A hold of yourself.
What I need is for things to be like they were this morning before any of this ever happened. You know, as far as I'm concerned, George Devereaux was better off dead.
And a pinch of baking soda.
Ma, that looked like an awfully big pinch.
Who cares?
To be tied to a tree covered in honey and have a family of grizzlies lick it off. Why do I torture myself like this? Girls, wait for me!
Well, I sent Carl home. Now I just have to talk to Miles.
Talk to Miles? You seeing somebody else, Rose?
I can explain.
No, I understand. Oh, Rose, of course, you're dating. That's why I've come to a decision. I'm going to go to Washington. I'm going to talk to the Bureau. I am leaving the Witness Protection Program. No, I just know I need...
Girl body locked together in a frenzy of love.
Who wrote that?
Merrill Kellogg.
Merrill Kellogg? Who's he?
Ask Blanche, it's her letter.
Oh. This is from that guy in prison that Blanche has been writing to.
How are you going to explain this open letter? So I decided to rearrange the kitchen cabinets. I'm sorry I woke you. Go on back to bed.
Rose, what are you doing with these?
Nothing.
You were looking for those pills, weren't you? Blanche, get rid of them.
You can't do that. They're mine.
Get rid of them, Blanche.
No.
I thought you said you could take these or leave them.
Well, that's true.
Hi.
Hello, Stan.
Come on in. I ordered up some refreshments.
Huh?
After all,
If it hadn't happened to me, I wouldn't believe it either, but while I was being operated on, I had an out-of-body experience. I was floating, looking down at myself. It was like...
Like the mirror on your bedroom ceiling?
Talk me into coming to this godforsaken
Oh,
place.
come off it, Blanche. We all agreed that this was where we wanted to spend our vacation.
All I wanted was a tan on my thighs. Now I'll probably end up a prisoner of the revolution. They'll rip my blouse and make me cook for the officers and spit food in my face and make fun of me.
Brutus on that date, and wouldn't you know, we ran out of gas on exactly the same spot. And George said, Blanche, why don't you look behind that tree? So I did, and there was a basket with candles and wine and 2 long-stem glasses and a big blanket. She's right. Now, you just take it easy, Rose. I think this scare really touched all of us. I found myself bargaining with God. I promised him that if you were all right, there'd be a lot less sex and a lot more church.
I'm sorry. I thought you were making...
You're firing me, aren't you?
Look, Marguerite, we think very highly of you as a person, but we're going to have to let you go. We just don't feel you're right for this job.
But you certainly did when you hired me.
Marguerite, you're...
What you doing, Rose?
Oh, Myra's been calling me at work and threatening me, so I'm fixing a flashlight so I can walk out to my car at night, you know, in case she's planning on surprising me.
Good.
Rose, I know this is a long shot, but did you take much acid during the 60s?
And then you are like those people you see stopping strangers for spare change. Oh, well, that explains it all. Now I feel much better. So you're really a student working on your doctorate.
I'm really an alcoholic who needs a place to sleep.
What?
It's true. I've already got my doctorate.
Sit down.
Oh, you look beautiful. How have you been?
Oh, well, I love being pregnant, except for the hormones. Yesterday, I cried when the mail was late.
No, her mail was late.
Can you imagine what she was like when she had hormones?
Pushing any longer. I can't marry you. I'm not a priest. I never was.
Uncle Angelo, what are you talking about?
I gotta sit down.
Let me tell you a story. Picture it. Sicily.
Hey, what are you two doing up?
Waiting for you.
We thought you might want to talk.
All the food's already on the table, Dorothy. We didn't want to waste precious time.
Thank you. So, what do you want to talk about? All right, I have not...
Ma, you're gonna miss us. The four of us had a lot of good times together.
There have been plenty of headaches, too.
Yeah, but one thing you have to admit, Sophia, it's certainly never dull around here.
Okay.
You shot my vase.
Haven't we learned anything from the tragic examples of Mike Douglas and Ferdinand Marcos?
Come on, Sophia. You know, a little lunch might cheer you up.
You brought yours? Nah, this is a nectarine fillet. I'm having the usual as soon as the sausage guy comes. So let's not so
Mr. Thurber, I don't believe I quite understand your problem.
Well, then I guess I don't have a problem.
Mr. Thurber, this is a crisis center. I'm a trained counselor.
Business. I will have you know that before you came to work here, honey, everything was my business. Now show me that paper.
I'm sorry, Blanche, I can't.
I knew you'd been hiding something. You no good backstabbing Jezebel. I demand you show me that paper.
I'm sorry, flattery won't work.
See, if you put all the pieces together like this, then you see what the new me's gonna look like. See there? What do you think?
Why is everyone looking at a picture of Gavin McLeod?
No, Sophia, honey, this is a collage of all the things I'm gonna have done to my face.
So you're going ahead with the plastic surgery, huh?
I sure am.
To meet the bachelor who picked me, and it was the Pope.
Boy, that is a tough one. Where'd you go on the date?
Oh, forget it. Good night, Blanche. Rose, what are you doing out? I thought you were asleep.
I went out to get provisions. I figured we'd be up all...
I never take the Lord's name in vain. Oh, God, now I'm lying to a priest. Why don't you just come on in and sit down? I'm Blanche. I'm Dorothy's roommate. Would you get the door?
Dorothy's told me a great deal about you.
Well, she seems to have left.
Now, what can I do for the senior statesman of the group?
I'll let that pass because you have the upper hand. Officer, my friends and I are totally innocent.
I'm innocent, too.
Me too.
We're all innocent. Quiet, you trash.
How was Don's debut?
A disaster. What can you say about a show by an ex-fake Beatle that began with "I've Gotta Be Me" and ended with "Everybody was kung fu fighting"? What the hell was that man doing up there?
Was it as bad as that?
Had it been today, it's my turn to choose, and we are not watching Another World.
Oh, you are undoubtedly the meanest sick person I've ever met. Not to mention the most unattractive.
Girls, why do we have to watch TV anyway? There are plenty of other fun things we can do. We can play cards, listen...
To save her life. Besides, the hospital said the operation would take 5 hours, and that restaurant just would not hold our reservations past 8:30.
Blanche! Dorothy, I wasn't expecting you home till later.
Well, I got off work early, and Blanche's plans...
Because you're a schmuck?
Did you take this seminar?
Stan, I think we've heard enough.
Look, I've gone through a life-changing experience. I feel like I'm free to love anybody.
Oh, please. You said the same thing after you had your vasectomy.
It's my mouthwash. Ha ha, the joke's on you. I don't use it.
Oh, Ma, come on, you're just being silly. Here, have some tea. It'll relax you.
Finally came to me. Why not take the best features of each lady to create one perfect lady? That is what you see. You know, it is not hard to understand why you are such good friends. You complement each other very well indeed.
Thank you, Laszlo.
Oh, one more.
Believe me, he'd rather get it from me. He's been getting it from me all week. What? Patrick swore me to secrecy, but I've just got to tell someone. We're madly in love. We've been seeing each other ever since he got into town. Have a good show.
Waves on Biscayne Bay. I've grown so much as a writer since then. Well, I should hope so.
Blanche.
No, it's all right. Did you have a problem with my book, dear? Yes, as a matter of fact, I did. All those waves. Big waves, little waves, dark waves rolling in. Page after...
Wonderful man.
Thank you.
As a matter of fact, that's really the reason I've come here.
Oh?
My friends in Atlanta read in the papers where you'd be selling off his things here in Miami. And before you did, there's something I'd like to ask you for.
The Bible?
No, thanks. I don't drink.
I am crazy about Kate, and I promise you she will never want for anything.
Oh,
I told you he was special. Do you think Dad will like him?
of course. As long as he stays young and firm. Oh, Dennis, it's going...
Lap and peed on me.
I guess old habits die hard.
Listen, why don't I go back with Dorothy and then you can stop by the house when you're finished?
You're a terrific lady, Rose Nyland.
Thank you.
So how come you're not wearing the terrific lady button I got for you?
Oh, sorry.
Oh, just one of the Donaldson boys trying to sell us a newspaper subscription again.
Oh, those Donaldson kids won't take no for an answer.
Neither would their father at our 4th of July barbecue.
Hello, I'm Dr. Jonathan Newman.
Are you absolutely
Girls, I've got great news. I found the dog's owner.
Oh, how did you know it was his owner?
Well, he recognized the dog from the picture, and the dog came to him when he called him.
Oh, that's wonderful. Oh, I'm so glad he found his owner.
Dorothy, why are you crying?
I know this show is for charity, but that's the smallest dressing room I've ever had in my life.
Oh, my God, you're really Mr. Bob Hope.
There wasn't anything anyone could do. No one's ever beat us, Sophia.
But someday they will, and it could be tomorrow, and it could be you. I believe that, and you're gonna believe that. Because right now, today, that's all we got. Hope.
And a nectarine.
And a nectarine.
Silly water-retaining rose. She was discovered for the movies. I was discovered by a print ad photographer and the shoots today.
Oh, Blanche, haven't you had enough problems with photographers? Remember the last time? I mean, sure, the pictures turned out...
This place in Chicago, it'll be a lot easier for me to get used to new surroundings than it would be for her.
You really think you moving to Chicago is going to solve Lily's problems?
I want to help her.
Oh, look, I don't think you're helping her by offering to be a nursemaid. I mean, Lily is not an invalid.
You don't understand. All our lives, Lily was the one who always took care of me.
It's so soon.
So what do you say? Marry me and take me away from all this. Excuse me. Hello? Oh, hello, Bernice. No, I'm alone. Well, what do you want? Yeah, sure, I'll sign him tomorrow.
His pension.
He's dead. How much does he need?
You know what what gets me mad about this whole thing? All those years Charlie put into that job just for the pension. He used to say, Rose, I hate selling horseshoes, but if I do it long enough, you'll be set for...
The very first time, Blanche Devereaux is going to reveal her true and accurate age right after you tell me your weight.
119.
42.
Coffee?
Please.
Dorothy, now calm down.
Took Blanche out into orbit where I never would have had the guts to go.
Rue, did you see the possibilities of Blanche immediately when you read the pilot?
When I read the pilot, I called my agent and I said, I knew this was a hit the minute it was delivered to my door. I could tell before I opened it. I just knew it. And then when I read...
Why not?
Catherine threw me out.
Your wife threw you out? I had no idea she was that bright. What happened?
Catherine accused me of infidelity.
Oh, damn it, Stan. This makes those infidelities during our marriage seem much less special.
Down here, honey, and tell us all about your trip.
Oh, it was fabulous. The food was delicious, the weather was absolutely gorgeous, and the activities on board ship, well, the list goes on forever. Masquerade balls, hootenannies, tours at the engine room, fashion shows, jazzercise, Las Vegas night, Monte Carlo night, Rio night.
Special lady.
Gadget, you didn't see the robbers.
One of the robbers of my mama's jewels.
Okay. We're getting the basic system.
Whatever.
But not from you, from your competitor.
What?
Because what you were trying to do was terrify us into spending more money than we have. Now get out of here before the victim of violent crime in this house is you. That is
Wonderful.
fantastic.
I have faith again. Kill the killers. This calls for champagne. I'll get it.
Oh, no, honey, there's none on ice.
Well, I'll put some in the freezer. Be ready in 20 minutes.
Oh, so what happens now? I guess you press charges, right?
Well, no, actually not. He might press charges, though.
Look, here's where you can reach me. Call me if you can work things out. I'll be there until showtime.
Fine. Oh, one more thing.
What's that?
Could you leave by the back door? Literary figures of our time. It's usually Faulkner, Fitzgerald, and Schwarzenegger.
Did he sign your book? Yes, but only after he refused to sign my thigh.
He was probably intimidated to see a thigh bigger than his.
Oh, well, it turns out he was a rat.
You know, I once prepared a 6-course meal with what I thought was chicken. But it turned out to be
Rose, in my heart, I cannot believe that Miles is a rat. He just fell in with the wrong people, that's all. Now, look,
a few minutes to help me move my stuff. Thief? What? You heard me. What's that on your neck?
A what?
I'm talking about my necklace, the one Mommy gave me for confirmation. You always wanted that necklace. I did not. Then why'd you take it? To cover the what? Give me back my necklace.
Oh, come on, Mom.
Oh, no. Wouldn't be fair. Now, I've given it a lot of thought, and I realize I'm not being honest with you. Or with myself.
Rose, how can this be? We've been so happy.
Oh, I am happy. Happy with the memories of Charlie that you rekindled. Sometimes I put those memories. How is it possible to get pregnant in Sicily just by crossing the street?
Cheap Chianti and narrow streets.
Blanche, let me ask you a question. Are you allowed to go back to Chattanooga?
Are you kidding? The sheriff still writes.
I was hoping we could dance.
Don't try to kiss the up. It's too late. The blight is coming. A plague on both your houses.
Actually, I have 4 houses and a summer home.
Come on, Ma, calm down. There's no curse. Nothing's gonna happen.
How could you do that to me?
What are you making such a thing?
Leave me alone. I hate you.
Want ROSE sewn in the back?
If it's not too much trouble.
Space Mountain, here I come.
Ma, I told you, no scary rides.
And we better find another way to get to the airport. The cabbie is wearing a turban.
I still can't say I understand what you're doing, but I do intend to try to respect your decision to do it. I want you to be happy.
I am happy, Blanche.
I know.
So are you telling me you are ready to have a brand new brother-in-law?
His muse. His muse. Well, actually, his old lady.
Don't you think I know what this is all about? It's about that British invasion that's been going on in your bedroom.
Ma, this is about art.
Wish and blow out those candles before Mr. Hickenlooper has the entire volunteer fire brigade up here pumping water on my clean kitchen floor. I swear that man will look for any excuse to make that siren sound through his nose. Inga Lundqvist told me just this last week. I know. Shut up, Rose, and blow out your...
Well, at least I'm not bitter.
I always assumed I'd be kept by a younger man.
It's not too late. They get younger every day.
You see, when you fired... Oh, now we don't have to go into that. Here, a little gift from us to you. Well, isn't that nice? A tiara?
Well, you said to get something I'd buy for myself.
Way around. If for no other reason than to see Chevy Chase get his butt kicked.
You can't fight. You can't take a chance like that.
Look, I have to, Charlie. I need the money for school.
But what about your hands? What if something happens to your hands?
They'll be fine. And after tomorrow, I'll never fight again.
Or never play the violin again.
Mr. Terrific, please come inside. I don't want your job. We'll figure out a way to get it back for you.
There's only one way to get my job back, and that's to prove to my fans that I deserve the name Mr. Terrific. Hello, fans! It's me, Mr. Terrific!
Supposed to do. It wasn't some colossal joke, you know. I mean, didn't you think it was a ridiculous thing to do the first time?
No. Well, I certainly didn't wait for my wedding night, honey. I could.
The show on the road.
Ma, I know you're in there.
The wedding is off.
She doesn't approve. She doesn't approve? Now, look here, Stretch. I have 100 cheese puffs and a sensitive assistant, both on the verge of collapse. Whatever.
I'm Mr. Fix-It. Here to please. No problem, too big or too small.
This is great. It's better than vaudeville.
Well, I'm all yours, ladies. Just lead me to the trouble. There's nothing I can't fix, except maybe this old noggin. That could use a little rewiring. Well, let's go.
Come on,
You have every right to be angry.
I just don't understand how you could do such a thing.
It wasn't anything planned. The whole thing just kind of happened.
Oh, just kind of happened? Michael, dandruff just kind of happens. Not a thing like this, and if you don't know the difference, then I must have failed somewhere along the line.
Will you stop torturing yourself? None of this is your fault.
Yes.
What happened?
Oh, it was an old wives' tale. I didn't become loose for another year and a half.
Oh, I remember when I started shaving. I was 13, and I wanted to shave because I was going to a movie with Alan Steckler. You remember him, Ma?
Small head and... It was a tragedy. She was my only real competition. Dead. Muffin?
I'll get it.
The one in Jacksonville? They used to come to our dances.
Why are you going there?
Murder.
You're gonna meet some great gals.
Oh, good, Rose, here you are. Honey, listen, I have been giving it some serious thought, and I have finally come up with a perfect solution for your very sensitive problem with Miles.
What?
Cheat on him.
I can't.
Let's say 1, 2, 6 months.
Dorothy, I have a stack of papers that we need to go over before the surgery.
Surgery?
Finally going ahead with that hair transplant?
Sophia, not everybody knows this isn't real.
Oh, please. Stevie Wonder could tell it's a rug.
Believe me, I wish it.
He's not dead. But he'll wish he was when those two barge in on him.
Who is he?
His name is Al.
No, I mean, what's he do?
He imports diamonds.
Oh, damn, I hope he's not dead.
He bought the farm.
What farm? My recipes. And eventually I'll catch the eye of some fat general with big sweat stains under his arms. And he'll force me to let out his uniforms and satisfy his ugly needs.
It sounds like Christmas with my ex-husband.
I don't know what... I wanted to be kissed by you. And oh, I couldn't aspire to anything higher than feel a desire to make my
BBC that led to the pilot.
Tony and I had taken a meeting with another writer on another concept altogether, which we thought was terrific, and they didn't. And they being more in Littlefield.
Everybody, ladies, you're certainly looking... Never mind.
Where's your date, Blanche?
Oh, he'll be along, never fear. In plenty of time to see me win the Best Friend of the Friends of Good Health Award.
Blanche, you must still be running a fever. You're hallucinating. I am going to...
Date.
I was living for the day, pussycat.
You were mooning a chain gang.
And did you see the smiles on their faces? They probably hadn't seen a woman in years.
I guess not. No, they kept up with us through 4 warning shots. He is not sure how I feel. He wants me to make the first move.
Oh, gee, I hadn't counted on this. She makes good sense.
I want to thank you for helping me think this through. You know, up until now, I honestly had a few doubts, but after talking to you, I know exactly...
Hi, Dorothy. Why's your lipstick all smeared?
I just kissed our driveway.
Hi, everybody.
Hello,
Hi,
Rose.
Oh, hi, Rose. Would you consider teaching me how to drive?
Oh, sure, Sophia. How about this? I teach you how to drive and you teach me how to be a great attendant.
From the second he stepped out on the stage, I don't know. Something happened.
You fainted, that's what happened. I spent the rest of the evening in the ladies' room trying to revive you. It wasn't until a couple years later that I got another chance to see Sinatra. Stan bought tickets for my birthday, but 2 weeks before the concert, he...
No, I wanted to be the nice one. I bought a new dress, too.
Mr. Marty's on Market Street, where every dress is a guaranteed one-of-a-kind original.
If we have the same dress, Mr. Marty's going to be left with one of a kind.
I can't believe I'm going to meet the President of the United States. Oh, if I say something stupid, I'll die.
Can we make a donation in lieu of flowers?
Dorothy, you're not still planning on saying all those things to the President, are you?
Oh, absolutely. When he comes through that door, I am ready for him. Read my lips.
What you doing, Rose?
Oh, Myra's been calling me at work and threatening me, so I'm fixing a flashlight so I can walk out to my car at night, you know, in case she's planning on surprising me.
Good. Rich, eligible men. I put an ad in the paper saying I have a Mercedes for sale for a very low price.
Blanche, you don't have a Mercedes.
But I'm renting one and pretending it's for sale. All day tomorrow, men are going to be showing up here for a test drive.
Am I late?
Not if you're willing to play Dorothy.
Come on in, Stan. You're fine.
Babe, you will never guess what I went out and bought today. It's got white wall tires, original upholstery, and it's the same one we took to our senior prom.
Stan, that's impossible.
No, Dorothy, don't give up. We'll...
Sophia! Rose, what are you doing in the bathroom?
Ma, this is the kitchen.
Oh, boy, if this is the kitchen, I'm poaching an egg in the toilet.
Oh, boy, problems. My mother wanted me to be a priest, but no, I had to pursue the flashy world of academics. Sit down.
Thank you. Dean Tucker, my name is Blanche Devereaux, and I have something extremely important to discuss with you.
Could this wait till next?
Through the air, the freedom of it. The whole idea of plummeting toward a pasture and watching a cow get bigger and bigger. This is something we should do together before we die.
Rose, couldn't I just run towards you yelling moo?
What did you say?
I said no.
I guess we're paying full price for the cocktail, Franks. Good news. Clayton and Doug said they'd love to go to the banquet with us.
What? Oh, are you out of what is left of your mind? Why did you invite them?
I'm sorry, I thought you knew.
How can you blame him? The man looked at the three of you naked for him.
Because I was so beautiful. Anyway, she said...
I don't find peacocks so beautiful. They've got skinny necks. And they shriek.
It doesn't matter, Rose.
And they attack chickens.
I don't care about chickens, Rose. She didn't call me chicken. She called me peacock. Up and down and scream a lot.
Come on, Dorothy, we're on.
Sophia, Rose, honey, before you all go out, there's something you ought to know. Dorothy and I are going to team up with the Kaplan brothers.
The Kaplan brothers? You mean you and Dorothy are joining a country western band?
It's the Gatlin brothers, Rose. The Kaplan brothers.
Catering the affair.
Well, he might be able to take me, but my date for the evening is Hunter McCoy.
But what about Jake?
What about him?
Well, Jake has to take you to the benefit. I mean, you'll be there, he'll be there. He'll expect you to be there with him. How could you do this?
Well, Rose, you make it sound so terrible. It's not. Jake,
happened?
He's filling in for Willard Scott on the Today Show. It seems Willard ate some bad scallops on the air that he got through the mail. He wandered over to the critics' corner and lost his cookies on Gene's shadow. Gene thought it was because Willard...
You may never get to hear my story.
Then I'm wrong. It isn't a no-win situation.
I was still in high school at the time, and I was having an affair with a very handsome exchange student named Jean-Pierre Fontainebleau.
The table.
Oh, let me do it.
Oh, no, wait, Lily.
Now, Rose, I'm fine.
No, I'm just going to get your cane.
No, I don't need that. Last night I memorized the layout for the whole house. Now, please stop treating me as if I'm totally helpless.
I'm sorry. You know how I am. I guess I'm overprotective.
Who invited Gidget to the garage?
Your parents told you that. I don't care if they are from the South.
Well, they didn't tell me in words, they told me in actions. Like on our birthdays. Now, when we were little, every year my sisters had huge parties with clowns and magicians and tons of presents.
No, and you didn't.
Well, not exactly. I mean, I did have parties, and
Not only am I not allowed to go, I'm not allowed to talk about it. This is the same deal Cinderella had with her stepsisters.
I always wanted to go to Hollywood. When I was a young girl, I used to dream about becoming a movie star. Mr. Mason, who owned the corner drugstore, said I was a young Barbara Billingsley. What do you you want to do instead?
I know. Let's rent an adult video, drink mimosas, and French kiss the pillows.
I don't think so, Blanche.
Fine, I'm out of ideas. You think of something.
How about if we rearrange the furniture in the living room?
I think Norman's finally going to invite me to the premiere of Give 'Em Hell, Harry, starring Mr. Father Mulcahy from MASH.
What does that have to do with Marguerite?
Well, it was her potion that brought us together.
Oh, please, Blanche, you still think that Marguerite has some kind of mystical powers?
Oh, all right.
Was 8.
So?
It's happened to all of us, sweetheart, and we've all survived.
Never happened to me.
Oh, come on, Blanche. What, you were never rejected?
Well, once, but just once.
By who?
Wait, what?
Does anyone around here ever go to bed?
I can't sleep, Ma. I can't work. I can't eat. All I can do is think about how I'm going to raise the rest of that $2,500.
I wish I had it, Pussycat.
Oh, I know, Ma. If you had it, you'd give it to me.
Don't put words in my mouth. I said I wish I had it.
A man?
You know, a man.
No.
Yes.
What about your father? You mean you never saw your father?
My father? Oh, no, my father? Oh, well, it turns out he was a rat.
You know, I once prepared a 6-course meal with what I thought was chicken. But it turned out to be
Ma! Rose, in my heart, I cannot believe that Miles is a rat. He just fell in with the wrong people, that's all. Now, look,
Use the money towards one of those new stereo models.
Sell it, honey. I don't think we could give it away.
Oh, you'd be amazed at the things people will buy. When I moved from my house into the apartment, I had a garage sale and I made a lot of money. Of course, I probably would have made a lot more if I could tell a 1 from a 20.
Oh, girls, let's do that. Let's have a
Right, Riviera?
Who cares, Rose? Did you and Arnie hit the sheets or not?
Dorothy.
Some women don't kiss and tell.
Oh, shoot, honey, that's half the fun.
I'm glad he didn't die alone on the street, but here, with a caring person, doing what he liked to do best.
Your parents told you that. I don't care if they are from the South.
Well, they didn't tell me in words, they told me in actions. Like on our birthdays. Now, when we were little, every year my sisters had huge parties with clowns and magicians and tons of presents.
No, and you didn't.
Well, not exactly. I mean, I did have parties and I...
Get him back. I want my Teddy.
But, honey, she's just a child. You can't expect a child to give back a toy. Now, you do understand, don't you?
Just cut the crap and get back the damn beer. I'm as a failure. I hope I never let him feel like one. If I did, I can only pray that he forgives me now. And that you will, too.
Oh, Mom. Come on, let's go find Charlie and...
Just want to date girls in their 20s and 30s. What's a great-looking gal in her 40s to do?
Perhaps we should find one and ask her. Oh, come on, Blanche. This is all your own fault. I mean, take Stephen. You'd been dating him for 6 weeks. The moment it looked like you were making some sort... That was good, Blanche. Now do Brer Rabbit.
I believe the fun is about to begin. Ladies?
I think I got to him, don't you?
Your eyes are as good as rolled back.
I do believe that things are going to turn out even better than I mean, oh, goodness, no, of course I knew that. I'm not blind. Not that there's anything wrong in that. Of course, there's nothing so good about it either. Could we just go?
Great. What restaurant are we headed to?
Oh, Harvey's at the shore. Do you know it?
No, I don't.
Oh, you'll love it. It has a gorgeous view. I would make a wonderful witness. I can't tell you how many times I've been badgered by lawyers. Well, I could, but it might sound like boasting. Oh, the stories I could tell you about me. Now, you're not going to believe this, but I shall become a great Southern writer, carrying on the tradition.
Rose, we gotta talk. Are things between us getting a little dull?
Oh, let's face it. You and I are Yawn City, population 2. Miles, do you love me?
Well, of course I do.
How much?
Well, I don't know.
Let me handle this. Rose, you obviously had a very traumatic childhood. Now, I need to hear your whole life. I want you to start at the beginning and tell me your first memory.
Ma, I'm sorry. I didn't want your last days to be like this.
Close your eyes and think back. What do you see?
Am I fat?
Dorothy, I seriously want to know, am I fat?
Well, of course not. Oh, this guy Rex is ruining your self-esteem. Did he say that you're fat?
Not in so many words, but I am starting to wonder whether barrel butt is really a term of endearment. I guess I'm just being silly. Okay, go ahead and fire her, Dorothy.
Why should I be the one to fire her?
You're the meanest.
Blanche, that's not true. Dorothy just looks the meanest. We hired Marguerite together, and I'm afraid if we make love, I'll kill you.
If you haven't made love in 15 years, that's a possibility. Hey, Rose, don't worry about it. Listen, I had to check up a couple.
Was the gist of what you were saying before that you intended to cheat me?
Cheat you? Rose, you just analyze everything to death.
Ma, where are my shoes?
Another date with Mrs. O'Brien's husband?
Now, look, don't you start with me.
Oh, it's kind of lonely not having someone nice and decent like Miles. My advice works with my men, you know, the shallow guys I go out with. But if you still want my advice, here it is. Call Miles.
Hope you like medieval food.
I love it. I'm just glad I didn't have it for lunch.
Good evening, my lord. Good evening, my lady. I am Don. I will be your fool for the entire evening. Would you like to know about our specials?
In her deposition, Mrs. Hartgrove said that you're in possession of an illegal hot plate. Now, while the two of you were cooking, the curtains caught on fire. Then you panicked and fled, and the fire continued unchecked.
Now, wait just a minute. This is crazy. Do you have any proof? Did anybody find that alleged hot plate?
She's smart.
Well, yeah.
Hot damn!
Hi, Blanche. I was sitting home feeling sorry for myself, so I thought I'd do some risk-taking and invite myself over. Here
Right, I better change.
So, Ted, what brings you to Miami?
Oh, I'll grab any chance I can to spend some time with the greatest guy in the world.
My kid brother still looks up to me.
As well he should. After all,
It feels like, but I sure as hell remember what it looks like.
Grandma, listen.
You listen. How dare you come into our home and act like a common gigolo? You've embarrassed me, your mother, our friends. Not to mention that poor, stupid, flat-chested girl.
Right, everybody set?
Oh, excuse me, but where is Mr. Trebek?
Lady, I've worked here 11 years and I haven't met him. Okay, if there's nothing else, let's begin.
Oh, I thought I heard that doorbell. Gloria.
Oh, hi, Blanche. Hi, Rose. Oh, look at this. My two little girls at home again.
So, Gloria, I understand you're,
Happier than I've ever been. Can you believe it? It's like I get to completely stop.
The airports are closed. There's a big hurricane headed this way. They want everyone to stay just where they are.
That means that we could be trapped together for days.
Oh, Jesus. Please protect us and watch over us in this our hour of need.
Amen.
Oh, I don't know. He's just been so sweet lately, and we were at the beach in the same old car that we used to make out in, and it just got to me. It was exciting.
Damn it, Dorothy. If you'd have sex in public more often, this kind of thing wouldn't happen.
Life.
Your husband sold horseshoes? I thought he sold insurance.
Oh, he sold insurance for a while, but Charlie wasn't very good at it. As soon as people said no, he'd give up. Well, insurance salesmen have to keep going till they get a yes. They have to keep talking and talking and talking.
Why did Clayton say the two of you slept together if you hadn't?
Because he's trying to hide something about himself from Blanche. I don't even feel right saying it out loud. Maybe if I just whispered it.
He's a very vain person, and vanity can be a terrible thing. I should know. I used to be vain myself.
You, Sophia?
What, you think I was born with white hair and a butt like Play-Doh? When I was a teenager, I was gorgeous. Eyes as deep and black.
Dorothy,
I think I may have accidentally promised your hand in marriage.
Dorothy.
Well, at least he's Italian.
I know if I had a problem, I'd want to confide in someone like me.
Well, ever since we became friends, there has been a great deal of tension between Blanche and Rose and me.
I'm sorry, I didn't mean to infringe on your friendship.
Oh, no, it's not your fault. The problem is they feel left out.
Oh, honey. Oh.
Oh, come on, Blanche, say it. I'm sorry.
There, what she just said. Oh, much about both of you. I'm just so glad you finally got to Miami.
Well, when Mom told me she needed me to review the estate papers, I figured it was a perfect excuse to come for a visit.
It's just a will, Kirsten. I wouldn't call it estate papers.
Now, while we're down here, I'm going to go to astronaut camp.
Astronaut camp? There's a camp for astronauts? Is it
Fine, but it cost your friend his party's nomination.
Well, I checked this guy out. He's a pro. Oh, imagine my face gracing the pages of Miami's biggest penny saver.
Blanche, all this commotion over a penny saver?
Well, I know it isn't exactly vogue.
Good afternoon, gentlemen. My name is Dorothy Zbornak. And for the next week, we will be exploring the skills involved in articulating ideas and relating them to other people. Now, I realize a lot of you haven't been in a classroom in years, but I promise you this will not. I swear, he must have slipped me something.
Apparently.
Those stories made me hungry.
They made me horny.
I tell you what, why don't we call the pizza guy?
See, we both win.
Blanche, you want me to drive you to the hospital?
Oh, no.
I'm not sure that it's a good idea for you to drive yourself.
I'm not sure that I'm gonna go.
What do you mean you're not sure you're going?
Oh, I just have some other things I have to do.
But Blanche, if something bad happened to somebody I care about, I'd be
able to move it.
Dorothy, if the Egyptians built the pyramids, now we can move this toilet.
Fine, get me 20,000 Hebrews and I'll have it out of here.
Oh, come on. Give me a minute. I'll think of something.
I'd love you to meet my roommates.
Where's everybody going?
Out to dinner. Go get ready, Ma.
I am ready. I'm always ready. You do that at 82. That and carry hot candy.
Hi, I'm Dave from Lincoln Hospital.
That's nice. If my blood pressure goes up, you'll be the first person I call. Goodbye.
No.
Tell me, have you had a chance to see much of the city?
No, not really.
Well, perhaps I could show you some of the highlights sometime.
Well, that sounds great. I'd love it.
I'd love to go too. Except I have to wash my hair every day. This is exactly what happened during the Great Herring War.
The Great Herring War?
Yes, between the Lindstroms and the Johanssons.
Oh, that Great Herring War.
The two families controlled the most fertile herring waters off the coast.
I'm sorry, Blanche. I've given you some really bad advice here. Look, Stanley, if you're here to beg me again to go to that reception, forget it.
Hey, Stanley's Bornak does not beg, okay? I'm a man. I have my self-respect.
Look, I don't care what anyone thinks. Lorraine and I are getting married, and that's final.
Lorraine, you marry him and you'll regret it for the rest of your life. Come on, girls.
Michael, you're making a very big mistake.
It's my life, Mom.
We can't let them go through with it.
Dorothy, they're adults.
I think I got one.
Where?
Past the lifeguard stand.
Bald guy about 20 yards out?
Yeah? Yeah, watch his face. Huh? Am I right?
That boy had exceptional control. He was always up for extra innings. And his delivery,
All right,
What are you doing here?
No, it's Lucy and Ted's baby. Ted had a little accident water skiing, and Lucy's taking him to the hospital.
Now, we cannot have a baby in this house. My sister's coming.
Does she eat them?
I have cleaned this house from top to bottom. I have killed myself for 2 days now. Babies make a mess.
In diaper.
Well, we could sneak into Rose's room, put on some of her hasty dresses, then do imitations of her...
No, not the three of us. I mean Janet and Sarah and I.
Oh, the three of you? I don't care.
You're no help at all, Sophia. Dorothy, do you have any ideas?
Well, you know, my idea of a good time.
Oh, God.
It feels better being honest with you, too. And I'd hate to think that this is going to keep us from being friends.
Well, honey, of course it isn't. Oh, no, I'll get used to this. I will. Well, look at me already. I'm practically comfortable seeing you here.
Cuban. But hath not a Cuban eyes? Hath not a Cuban hands? Organs? Dimensions? Senses? Affections? Passions? Fed with the same food? Hurt with the same weapons?
I'm going back outside, Dorothy.
Fine, Rose.
Is Rose Nyland in?
Yes, please come in. Please come in. You must be the man that Rose spoke to, Major Barker.
That's correct.
Around? No. With who?
Everyone.
Huh. Serves you right.
Blanche!
Well, it does. What goes around comes around.
Well, then I must have been really bad.
What do you mean?
You, dear?
Oh, Tony. Oh, Angela. Oh, boy, who is that woman?
Oh, this woman. Oh, she's my cleaning lady.
What? You give me some advice. Just tell me what to do.
Well, it's your house, Blanche. You have to make your own decision.
Since when have you all been so shy? We always tell each other what to do.
Honey, are you all right?
I'll be fine. Is this about Arnie?
No, Blanche. She's upset because they keep changing the taste of...
Oh, wait, Uncle Gustav. Well, actually, he hung in the barn. But that was only when he discovered his horse had defeated him for water commissioner.
Stan asked me to marry him,
And?
and I accepted.
Oh, I don't know what to say.
Well, I sure as hell do. Group hug. Oh, honey. Oh, Dorothy. The ring.
Oh, Dorothy, it's beautiful. Oh, are those back and dyed? Oh, Mrs. Beatty, I'm so very, very sorry.
Well, you must have the wrong Al. You've been sleeping with someone else's Al. My Al is as healthy as a horse. It can't be him. Al Beatty from Boca Raton?
Yes.
Is it my stroke or did they do this already?
Thank you very much, Doctor.
Thank you. Well, I guess we have no choice. I'll call my relatives in Minnesota and make arrangements to send baby back to the farm.
Oh, you don't do that.
Well, I'm just as disappointed as you are. No, it's been great having a pig living in the house. But we can't jeopardize baby's health. The doctor...
Honey, you can't go on like this. You'll die, or we'll kill you.
Well, I'll think about it, Blanche, but I'm telling you, I'm not ready to give up the most challenging, exciting job I've ever had.
She took a leave of absence from her job so that she could take care of him. But she's not going to be able to afford that much longer. The family's discussed sending him to New York. He has a nephew who's a doctor there and can give him special care. And Ma Sandra says that right now he happens to be tearing off another guy's arm and hitting him with it. But you do see my point.
I don't want to go back, Teach.
I know you don't. And I don't want you to go either. I wish I could say that you won't have to go back, but I can't. The only thing I can promise you, though, is that running away...
I'll understand, if you decide not to.
Well, how come you didn't ask Charmaine for her kidney? You're always closer to Charmaine.
Charmaine's kidneys are attached to each other.
What do you mean attached?
Well, the two are joined. It's like having one big kidney and you can't separate them.
Leave it to Charmaine.
It's beautiful. You've got to try to convince him to choose you guys. You're as close as any family I've ever seen.
I can't believe he bought it. What do you mean, Sophia? We get along great.
He's got no idea what it's like living with you monkeys.
I get sick every time I think of...
Told me I was the only woman in your life.
You've insulted my sister's honor.
I don't know what to say.
I'll tell you what to say. Say ouch! Say that hurt! Say please stop hitting me! Say it again!
So the two of you just...
I think it was the white wine. I finally told him she was Blanche and she didn't want to have anything to do with him.
Well, what did he say?
He said he wanted to have something to remember you by, so he took the silver.
Well, at least I guess it's some consolation that he couldn't possibly find the secret place where I hide my jewelry.
Oh.
Ma, give me a break. The dye gel's on the bottom shelf. The one who had her nose done. Oops, sorry, Rose.
I don't believe you two kept that secret from me. Rose, why didn't you tell me?
Well, you're always so critical about those kinds of things.
I am not.
I'm sorry.
How much did it cost you?
$700.
Boy, you were gypped.
Oh, sure. What do you want it for?
I'm working on a magic act for the talent show at the center. Abracadabra, 1, 2, 3. Relax. Dorothy, was your card the ace of spades?
I'm sorry, I thought you knew.
How can you blame him? The man looked at the three of you naked for him. Get some help, Rose.
Blanche, that outfit sure is risque.
Thank you. Would you just check my clasp for me? Now, all I need are those earrings you borrowed from me last week.
Blanche, I put those earrings back in your room.
Oh, no, Rose, not again.
I know I didn't lose them, Blanche.
Open potatoes without burning your fingers.
No, it can't be done.
It can be done. For only $12.95, over 500,000 Zabornis have already been sold. Call this toll-free number now. Remember, with the Zaborni, a day without potatoes is unnecessary.
Here.
Well, it's just that we did so many restaurant sketches on The Carol Burnett Show. I was waxing sentimental.
Oh, by the way, I'd like you to meet my mother, Sophia, Blanche, and this is Rose.
Yes, it's me, Lyle Wagoner.
Front is the first step back. I think Bertrand Russell said that. Or was it Nipsey Russell? I get them confused. They're both so witty.
You're right, Grandma. I'm not fine. He really hurt me. I feel so alone.
Honey, you are not alone. You have your family with you, and your grandma and your...
She has a debilitating disease.
And it has a name. I am thrilled.
We all are.
Well, of course. Congratulations. Champagne it is.
I can't tell you what a relief it is to just be sick, not...
The life of my roommates. What do you say?
Oh, sure, honey, that sounds like fun.
Oh, thank you, Blanche. You're a real friend. You and Sophia. I'll just shoot around, Dorothy.
Oh, all right, Rose, I'll do it. But just don't shoot from too low. You know, Stan used to do that in our home movies, and I always looked like someone from another planet.
Her name was Uma Van Heflin. No relation. Although she, too, collected string. Well, one day...
Rose, stop yourself. You're doing two of them at the same time.
I know, and I'd like to try to handle it.
Now get back there.
He's here, isn't he?
Who?
Who? Rocco.
Rocco.
Ma, let me refresh your memory. The man you met in the police lineup?
I was at the police station to identify the guy who stole my purse. Rocco was there on a trumped-up charge.
Ma.
In a gay bar?
Blanche, this isn't a gay bar.
Clay, now, we did say we were going to be honest with each other. All right, now, I can do my part. You just watch this. You all over at the bar? I just want to say that I would be very proud to have any one of you date my brother.
Segway, Blanche.
You know, I've never met a neurosurgeon before. I would love to hear more about your work. How about 8 o'clock tonight?
Well, that sounds good, but I think Stan might have something planned for us.
Well, I did have ringside seats at the Mud Wrestling Palace, but hey, a bird in the hand is worth two in the bush.
Elegantly put, Stan.